Hello, my name is Pablo Ferrero. I am the CEO at FWC Advertising, marketing advertising agency based in Miami, with an expertise on developing new markets for our clients. In this opportunity, and thanks to the International Trade Council, we will be sharing part of our process of discovering, developing, and implementing a strategy into the new markets. I'm pretty sure for most of you, this information will be very useful. Let me start. Going global, the strategies for winning global markets. Our company, this is the structure of the presentation. You will have it if you can download it, or later you can stop here and read through it. I'm going to move a little fast because we have only 20 minutes. About FWC advertising, we have 26 years in the market. What we'll be sharing with you today, what we learned during all these years. It was founded in 1995. We have clients in more than 7 countries. Offices in 3 different countries and partners in other 2 or 3 countries. All what we are sharing here, it uses all the expertise learned and how we implemented them inside Flower Communication, or FWC. Awards, and let's jump into the presentation. Going global. Why going global? Well, going global is because we want to open our markets. We have established company, we have a local market already developed, and we want to jump into new markets that are outside our local area. So to do this, we use all the strengths of the big data silos that they are available today on the internet. In them, we will be able to identify our customers, identify the niches of our market, see how our competitors are doing, and make a strategy for a successful business. Important, the Agile mindset. At FWC, the Agile strategy is in the core of our business. When we start working on a project for developing a new market, our main strategy is to start testing small. Is what Agile does. Starts testing a small hypothesis, see if it works, if it is proved, move forward to the next step. If not, resync the hypothesis and redevelop the first sprint of the strategy. We also help our companies and clients to implement the Agile mindset into their own system. We have experts in that. Okay. If someone wants to talk about that, let me know. Okay, developing new foreign markets. Where we start if we want to develop a new foreign market, first of all, we need to know the product we want to introduce to our new market. The product is a key element. We need to know exactly what we'll be introducing, and once we know exactly the product we want to introduce to the new market, we need to know exactly what we want to achieve with this introduction of the product to the market. If it is brand awareness, if it is sales, it depends on your strategy. So this constantly changes. But if we don't have this clear, and if we jump into the big data silos where tons of data need to be researched, if we don't know exactly what we are looking for, we will be lost and we will be wasting time. Once we know that, the first step that we do is work on our actual website, our actual presence on the internet. If you have a company, you probably have a website. If you have a website, you have a developer. The developer should have installed into the website the Google Analytics tracking system. Inside Google Analytics tracking system, you can research the people that are visiting your site. Outside your local area, your target market, you will see people coming in from different countries and different cities. This is the first step to know in which locations around the world or in your own country you have the opportunity to to already have one step uh, place it in that location, right? And here is where Google Analytics give you that information. Yeah, it can be United Kingdom, Australia, United States, France. So this is the first approach into looking at the global market. After that, we jump into one tool that Google offers us, is the Market Finder. The Market Finder tool allows us to dig into Google database and research where people are looking for our products in a broad way. So you jump into the system and you introduce your website. This Google system runs a review of your website, identify your areas of market, your categories, and research the world for those categories. And it gives you this first impression. This impression tells you, okay, in the world, we have all these countries looking for your product, but within all these countries, we have more intensity in this and that country, and also based on what we know about the country, how easy it is to make business, the language that the people use, the consumer budget, everything is inside this information. So play with this tool, go deeper into the market, learn about your market, and follow the suggestion from Google, like in this case, Germany, UK, or France, or explore a little more and try to find some other niches. This is a great tool to start. Once you see where you have a potential market, we want to go a little deeper, right? So we jump into another big data research tool that is called Trends. It's a tool also provided by Google, and it allows us to go inside Google information and start filtering until we identify the exact market we are looking for. Yeah, Google Trends allow you to go into the system, select a country. I cannot sign it here, but okay, you will see that we have worldwide there, and you can select a search around the world, or you can run a search around one specific country, like Germany in the previous step, and see how people are looking for the keywords or categories your product is in. For example, as an example in here, we have a home decor interior design company. So we decided to put both keywords, and we decided to search worldwide to see the evolution of searches of those two keywords in time from 2004 until today inside the specific category of homemaking and interior decor, and on the web search. This is search results on the internet. But we can also search, for example, YouTube if you like, and see how these same keywords evolve in YouTube. So we have a core, we don't have numbers here, but we know that these keywords during this period around the world, the countries with most searches were Brazil, curious because it's Portuguese, but they are searching in English, United States, Canada, South Africa. So this gives you an initial search of your potential market. Now you can go deeper into this, and it will take a long time to explain it. So if you're interested, I can show you exactly how it works, this tool. Send me a message here with your contact information, or contact me on the FWC booth here in the show. And we can play with this tool. We can implement your information here, and I can show you how you can research. But imagine that we can select a country, for example, Canada in this case. We can go into Canada and we can see which regions of Canada have the highest rate of searches for these keywords. Once we identify that, for example, let's think that the West is the most potential area, you can go into that area and check which cities have the most searches for your service. And if you want to go deeper, you can even go into which neighborhood inside those cities there are people looking for your product. Invaluable information to make a decision based on data. Once we did all this research, remember all this information that you will be collecting since your work, your website, Google Analytics until today, you have to input it into what we call a competitive analysis. And all that data, filter it into a competitive analysis. At the end, will give you the information of exactly what you need to be done to be successful on this venture, right? So we went into Google Analytics on your website. We went into the market research, global market research. We went into the trends of the market, and now we want to go deeper on how that market search specifically for your product and which is the volume of market that you can expect from those searches. So for that, we jump into the next tool, also provided by Google, that is hidden inside Google AdWords. It's called the Keyword Planner, Google Keyword Planner. So the Google Keyword Planner allows you to work with the Google advertising system. The Google advertising system is made for you to invest in advertising in Google AdWords, right? Now, this Keyword Planner tool uses all the information available in Google to give you the data you need to be able to create your best campaign in Google AdWords. At the same time, you can use all the data to create your strategy for reaching this market. Yeah. For example, you can go into one specific location, United Kingdom. We decided based on all our previous research that we want to work first on the United Kingdom. So our first launch would be United Kingdom. Initially, it tells you here that you have over 56 million of searches per month in this country or this location. Yeah. Once you identify the location, you type your main categories. In this exercise, we use chocolate cake, and it will tell you that keyword, how people are looking for that keyword, how many monthly searches you have. You see on the first line, chocolate cake, from 10,000 to 100,000 searches a month. It tells you the competition for this keyword, how many people are trying to position that keyword into Google AdWords. And you will know, this is the first approach into competition, you will know how many companies probably will be targeting this niche. Yeah. And also, this tool gives you the average page bid to advertise. So people are paying between 23 cents, and we can say that the top is $4 per ad, per click in their ads in this section of the market. And at the same time, it gives you a lot of keywords ideas related to that initial keyword that you saw. That might be related to your business also, and that can be also very interesting for developing parallel markets or enhancing your presence into the market you're willing to reach. Yeah. Again, all this information is collected. You can go deeper and deeper from the country to the states, to the cities, and to the neighborhood to see how people are searching for your product. Once you have all this information, I have to run because we have only 7 minutes left. You want to see how your competitors are doing. So we know the market, we know where we want to introduce our products, and we know we have a competition. So what we do, right here, Google stops sharing you data, so you have to jump to some proprietary systems to research the competition. We have our own tools, and some other people have their own tools, and there are some commercial tools available for you to use. But the goal here is to, for this keyword, who is positioning on the first top 10 positions of Google search results, know how well optimized these websites are, and where we can position ourselves base it on X amount of work to be able to compete with them, right? So these tools give you information like the following. For example, for a specific keyword in the United Kingdom, we can expect, in this case, we are following it with chocolate cake. We can expect from 30,000 to 70,000 searches. We have a difficulty level of 43, so a mid-level, not super tough competition, but it can be tough. The CTR, the click-through rate, is super important. From the people searching for this keyword, how many people click in a result? So the 64% of click-through rate for this specific keyword is excellent. And it's also the artificial intelligence we run behind our system. It tells you, okay, you have to focus on this. You have a 83 priority level for this keyword. So you study this with all your keywords, and you will see competitions and the priority for each. You will identify easily which keywords or which market areas to target first and where you have most possibilities to be within the top 10 positions in Google results. You can even go a little deeper. Once here in the SERP analysis, you can see an initial approach to what the competitors are doing in their sites, right? Now you go to the next level and you can see your competitors from position 1 to 6 in this case, the page authority that the competitors have, the domain authority, the links incoming into that page, the linking domains pointing into that page. All this information gives you reference on how well optimized this page is and how difficult it would be to compete with them. We can see that we have the BBC on the top 2 positions, super tough to compete. But position 3, page authority is 35, we can easily go with a page authority of 40, 50. Domain authority of 73 is kind of tough, yeah. But from that position below, we have very good chances with a work of around 2 to 3 months to be able to position between position 3 and 6 in the Google result for this specific product. If you are there, we compare the amount of searches, we compare the click-through rate, and we can estimate the amount of people coming into the website. Once we have people into a website, we can estimate the people clicking for or buying or clicking for more information, and based on that, we can estimate an ROI for your campaign. So when you start working, you know exactly or approximately what you will expect from your campaign. Now, you want to go even deeper into the competition. You identify these top 3 positions, position 3, 4, and 5, that you want to achieve those. So you go into another tool. This tool is a commercial tool, but I'm going to tell you it's called SpyFu. SpyFu gives you deep information about how well optimized that web page you're looking for is. And it gives you this kind of information. On the left-hand side, organic results. So how many keywords are positioning for that domain or that specific page. On the right-hand side, you have page results. So you can see if that competitor is paying for advertising in Google to position keywords into the results. Yeah. Once you have this information and you will like to see a little more, you can obtain which keywords they are targeting on the organic side, organic positioning, and you can see which ads they are making on the paid side. But you can even go a little deeper into it. You can see, in this case, for example, which ads they are paying for in Google Ads or in AdWords, at what time of the day they are displaying their ads, how much they are paying for their click, how much they are paying monthly for their campaigns, how many searches they are receiving, and which positions they are achieving with that payment. Also, the smart system can show you the ads, the historic evolution of the ads of this company, and they can tell you which ads they were most successful. So if you're planning a paid advertising campaign, this information is essential. You can even go out with a campaign already proved by your competitors. The good thing is that everyone can do this. So if you're doing paid advertising, know that your competitors might be looking at what you're doing here. Okay, until now we collected information. It's time to build a website to test this market. We build a website or we build a web funnel. A web funnel is a series of smaller websites attacking different niches on the market. All of them driving traffic to your company and generating revenue. Yeah, when with this information, with these websites, of course, here clearly optimized and with an eye during the first year of how they perform and fine-tuning all the details, you will have a ton of information of your market and you already have sales problem. You have to collect all that information. So you need to go to the next step, that is tracking and analyzing your activity. The first and most basic source of information available for free is Google Analytics. It's excellent because it has all the information provided by Google and you can go deeper into nearly everything. If you have a budget, there's plenty of other paid, very expensive, more advanced tools. If you want to talk about them, let me know. But for a medium-sized to a startup company, Google Analytics is excellent. You can see all what is happening inside your website. But that's not all the information you need to know. You need to know a little more to manage your campaign and optimize it. So the next tool is the Google Search Console. The Google Search Console doesn't work inside your website, it works in Google search engine. So it tracks what is happening in the search engine related to your website. So you will see which keywords people are looking for, in which positions your pages are appearing, and how many people are clicking into this. Let me see if we have a little more information about this. Of course, give me a call when we finish and we can review with time all these little details. Here we have a very brief view of your analytics in the Google Search Console. Once you have that set up, you start getting information, the business is built, and you need to move that step forward and build a remote team. So on our experience, we usually like to start small, as we mentioned at the beginning. Agile. Start small, prove that it works, and move forward to the next step. So how to build a remote sales team that is started small? So we need to look for local people in your target market. They need to speak the same language, understand the market and everything. The first source of information that we have here is LinkedIn. LinkedIn can connect you nearly with anyone, anywhere in the world today. But we prefer in our site to go one smaller step before jumping into LinkedIn to find someone for sales for our company or our new location. So we usually like to work small. We tested all the freelancers' websites that they are around. After years of testing, we identified that the best people can be found in Upwork.com, just a recommendation. What we do from there is we search for talent with the expertise we need. We can see their previous experience and previous employers, what they say about them. Once we establish a connection, we work by milestones and we pay by milestones. So we define exactly what we want them to do and we start working with them. The good thing about, for example, Upwork is that you don't pay upfront. You deposit your money into Upwork as an escrow, and the candidate deliver the work, that milestone, and once it's approved by you, you release the funds and he receives them, and in that way you work. From our experience, we have people that have been working with us for over 15 years already, based on this methodology, because we discovered some great uh, talents there. The next and nearly final is how you lead a dispersed team around the world. It's difficult. So you need to run a CRM system, a customer relationship manager system. There's several around available. Some of them super expensive, some kind of affordable, and some free open source ones. So it depends on your level of company. You can decide which ones to go. For a mid-sized company, if you have no problem with budget, we recommend Salesforce. If so the problem with Salesforce is as you grow, you start paying more and more and more and more. Or if you want to start small, but you want a strong tool, you can use an open source. Based on the open source CRM system that we tested, there are two that we like the most. One is Sweet CRM, and the other one is vTiger. Yeah. You need a developer to install them into the system. The good thing about this system is that they're open source, so they can be customized to nearly any business in the world. We did it for lawyers, we did it for companies in thermal forming, we did it for tourism, and we did it for government institutions. So it can be constantly, completely adapted to your needs. It's not the same thing with Salesforce. You have to pay for everything you would like. Once you have your CRM system there, you manage your sales, your opportunities, your projects, your clients, your support system, everything in one place. Once you have that running, you want to see that what your remote team is doing. So it comes, this is the final, sorry, I'm extended a little more. This is the final page. You want to see your workforce productivity. And this is one of the most difficult tasks in remote force. We've been testing lots of ways of doing it. Weekly meetings, daily meetings, whatever. At the end, we decided to use a software to track the activity on the computers of our employees. There are several types of softwares available to manage remote teams, but one of the ones that give us the best result is called Active Track. What it does, it shows you at what time your employees start working, at what time they finish, how many hours a day is focused on the project. And at the same time, because you know exactly what he's doing, you can set, okay, if he's working on this specific URL or this software or this thing, we can estimate he's working on our business. And if he's looking at Pinterest or Facebook or something like that, we can estimate it's wasting time. So this tool, like for example in this chart that we have on the right hand side, in green are the effective hours, in gray are the passive hours. Yeah, passive hours, it can be a few minutes to go grab a coffee, or it can be 5 hours looking videos in YouTube. Yeah, so that information is provided by this system, essential to keep track, keep an eye on what people are doing during the working hours. Okay, well, thank you very much. The time was short. This is a super extensive seminar that we usually give to our clients. Contact me if you want to go deeper into any of the tools I mentioned here. Thank you very much, the International Trade Council, for allowing us to participate in this event. Thank you.